Hey, hey, I'm back. All right, if you were here this morning, we started a project on my live stream and then it needed to dry for a little while. And I said I'd pop back on at 3 and we would finish it up. I have been outside power washing the back deck. It is a beautiful day here, but my deck is not small. So it was a nice time to come in and take a little break. As you pop back on, say hello, or maybe you're catching the replay later. And if you have any questions, let me know. If you're new here, my name is Bri, owner and artist at Upcycled by Bri. And I thrifted this box, I can't remember where exactly, for a few dollars. Might have even picked it out of the bins. We gave it a paint job and a mold this morning on our live haul. Now I did a bit of a paint wash and it needed to dry. So that's this beautiful drippy finish that you're seeing here. I did go on and put a coat of clear wax on and I let the clear wax dry. Oh, it's been about 3 hours now. When the wax was fresh, it made my weathered wood about this dark. So you can see as that wax dries back up, it lightens back up again. And then the lighter color here, we used Prairie Gray and just watered it down to make a wash. Now I have linked these products in the description box, but if you need specific products in the chat, let me know. So what do we think about our fun drippy finish here? I want to take some black wax now around our birds so they'll pop a little bit better. And maybe a little decrepit dust, and it should be good to go. I got a little bit of paint on the back. DIY paint is water soluble, so I'm just going to spray this down with some plain water real quick. Wipe those paint drips off. Marty bought this last week, and I need to get it shipped out to her. Thought it'd be fun to show y'all the molds on a live stream. And it was nice because she was on this morning and she was like, ooh, you leave the bottom of the box the dark color and only paint the top. So that worked out. Leslie loves it. Thank you, my friend. Now, here's the question. Do you think, I wanted to kind of make it moody and dark to go with the trunk she bought as well. I was almost thinking of a white wax around those birds to make them pop, but I really don't want to do that. I really think I'm going to go black. You like the box, but you're not crazy about the drippy finish. That's okay, man. No worries. I know it's not for everybody. So I wanted the box to kind of go in with her trunk that she bought as well. And you can see inside here, it's got kind of this drippy patina inside. A little bit of water damage there at the top. So that's kind of the inspiration I took for the drippy on the box. Now, I think with a little dark wax, it might make it blend a little bit more. Eunice, so give it a shot. Give it a chance here. You might like it more, or you might not. Okay, where's my black wax? I just brought up a brand new one. There's my decrepit dust that I brought up. Oh, phooey. We wonder where I would have set it. That is very odd. Okay, give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Let me go grab one. Okay, so sorry about that. No worries. Grabbed a different one. I'll find it. I probably set it down on the counter somewhere. Dark wax. I think I'm gonna go black, Becky. So this is DIY wax. It is a gorgeous, buttery, smooth wax. Nothing like a brand new container. And I did already put a coat of white wax over the entire piece and let it dry for a couple hours. So you can see how nice and soft and smooth that wax is. It just melts right in to your project. Now I'm going to go in with a smaller brush. I'm just going to use a little artist brush here. I have a set that I've dedicated to wax. I don't use them for painting. All right, let's bring in just a little bit. Now, if things go south, I can always use my clear wax as an eraser too. So I'm going to grab a little chip brush and have that handy, just in case. I'm going to take just a tiny touch of this black wax actually out of the container and stick it onto my lid. I usually just work out of my lid. It makes things a lot easier, keeps me from using too much product and from double dipping. DIY products are all natural. There's no preservatives in them. So if you dip a really dirty brush into your container over and over, it can cause it to get funky. All right, now we're just going to work around one little area at a time. I'm going to pick over here by this thing's tail. This bird's tail. I'm going to take some dark wax, black wax, not dark, all around the detail of the bird and the limb. And I've got my clean rag I was using earlier this morning. And I'm just going to wipe a little bit of that black wax back. All right, we're just going to get a little moody up around this bird. Now, if I think it's a little bit too much, if I think I've got too much going on, I'm going to put a little clear wax on my lid over here as well. And have this little brush as a standby. I can add a little bit of that clear wax and it'll help me move my black wax around more. I just want to make sure those birds aren't going to get lost in the paint. Okay, cool. I like it. What I don't like is how big this rag is. Teresa got some black wax. Yeah, I don't use it a ton. As much as the clear and the white, of course. But one great thing about the black wax is if you like to use black paint, I highly recommend sealing your black paint with a black wax. It makes it a lot more rich looking, or even a dark wax, and keeps it from being as streaky. Also, I would use a little piece of black cloth to wax my black pieces of furniture. That keeps them from getting a little like white fuzzies if you were to, like this, if you were to use a white rag. Now on this little piece of decor, it's not too serious. All right, now we're getting moodier around our birds. Now our birds are gonna pop a little bit. And I'm using this artist brush so I can get in here around its beak and around all these little tiny details. What are y'all doing today? Leslie said it's rainy. Whoops, this is really fall. Oh my gosh. That's going to be a mess. Oh, yeah. Leslie said it's rainy. It's a beautiful day here. I hopped off my live, ran by the post office, dropped off all y'all's packages. And, well, not from this morning, but from last week, last couple days. And then I ran by the antique store. I found more bunnies for Tuesday night's auction. I found some gorgeous salvage pieces and some brass. What else was there? A couple books. Dee Dee's working. Nice. I've been all over the place. I've been doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little section of power washing on the back porch, and then I'll come inside and mess with a little bit of junk, and I switch some laundry, then I open the Hello Fresh box. That's what Saturdays are for, right? little bit of being all over the place. All right, I've got clear wax on this brush. That big one was too big. And I'm kind of going over a little bit of this black wax I put on. I'm just kind of rubbing back a little, blending in. Kind of back and forth. This is a low point. You get a little dark in there. And so we've got a big drip here. I'm going to put some black wax around that big drip and kind of blend it a bit. I've done entire furniture pieces with this drippy paint effect. It's definitely not for everybody, but I do love it. I did a drippy rust dresser and nightstand set one time. That one was fun. Oh, I wish I didn't have to sleep. I would love to paint more furniture too. All right, kind of going in around these birds. Let me take a peek here. All right. Oh, Christine, thank you so much. I can't see exactly what it is over. I'm streaming off StreamYard. I'm assuming maybe you sent me some stars. Usually they pop up. If so, thank you so much. And you know what? I am actually, Maisie's stocked up on treats right now. She got like $5 in stars on a live stream the other week. I'm going to add that to my birthday thrifting fund. Getting packed up from Florida, heading to Tennessee next. Hope to find some more treasures. We'll post my finds when we get back home. Already found lots of goodies. Teresa, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. But you know what? I've got my little birthday trip coming up soon. I'll start announcing some details before too long. I mean, I can't give too many details for safety reasons until I'm done. But I'll give you guys an idea. Okay, our birds are popping now. But now it looks like a little too dark there and not enough around the edge. So I'm going to now take a little bit of my dark wax. I'm breaking my rules. I'm dipping into my container. That was on screen. I'm busted. Jeez Louise. I thought it was off camera. All right, so I'm going to take a little bit of that black wax over here onto the corner too. So that's where one of those real big drips were. A little dark up here. Maybe a little bit right here. Let's add a little bit around our hardware. Maybe like where some dirt and grease and grime or whatever would have built up over the years. Dust. Probably not grease and grime. It's not a kitchen item. There we go. So Eunice, I don't know if this made it worse or better in your opinion. If you're still here, let me know. You won't hurt my feelings. I do have this Decor mold linked in the description box, the Blossoming Spring birds, and you could 100% do a more solid paint job over them and just use some wax, like a really lovely light pink or green with some white wax would be gorgeous. Oh, here, I can show you guys another piece I did. This is going to be on an edited video someday if I ever finish it. So here's a lighter version of it. I did apothecary over this one with white wax and just a tiny bit of Sweet Pickins grit. So definitely different ways you can spin this guy. This one's dark and moody. This one's light and springy. Now I got brave and I used one of the bunnies around a curved surface on a planter, on a galvanized hanging planter. Somebody purchased that this morning too. So I will, I'll be testing out how well the curved mold went for me. Okay. I think I'm going to leave this just like this, maybe a little bit more dark. See, I'm being just totally random, and I've barely got any wax on this brush. A bit more around here. I'm going to leave this be for now. with the dark wax because it's all wet. As this dries, it's all going to lighten back up a little bit. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I do want to give it a little touch of Golden Rule. Golden Rule is the DIY gilding, like gold gilding wax. And I'm just going to use the tip of my finger here and a little bit of this wax. Again, it is very, very soft. And we're going to hit these birds just a little bit. Ooh. Like, I kind of want to mix a little bit of the black with the gold. I don't want it to be too much. Yeah. So these products are all natural. You can totally be doing this with your fingers. I have used some harsher waxes and furniture finishes before where this would be a no-no, but this has never bothered me. Also means you can do this with the kids or the grandkids can help with the DIY paint. All right, so now I've got just a bit on my finger. I'm going to touch just a couple high points on the bird and use another finger, kind of rub it back. Give him just a tiny bit of a sheen. Teresa loves the Golden Rule as well. So the great thing about Golden Rule is a little goes a long way. I get carried away a little bit. You're like, ooh, well, what if I did a little there? All right, that's it. That's all I'm going to do. I've got the sunshine right on my computer. It might be in the sun rays. It might be hard for you guys to see. When I take edited pictures later, it will be much easier to pick it up. I'll put some really pretty finished pictures up on the community tab on YouTube and make a nice post on Facebook and Instagram of the before and after. You'll see that little touch right there on the head. I'm not even going to do any on the flowers. Just the birdies. Oh, it's so good. It's so moody. And then this is my black wax brush. Wait, no, that was the clear one. No, that was the black wax brush. Just the tiniest bit of black wax. And I'm just going to dry brush over the bird. You guys like my sound effects? Quick little dry brush over the flowers. Catch all those little details. See, I think I got just a touch of too much gold on this bird. So I'm going to take a little bit of clear, just a little bit of clear on my rag and wipe over that bird. That'll wipe back a little bit of that gold. I get a little crazy with the gold. I just want to touch. That's fun. Totally different. Totally different than it looked this morning. This morning, the top of the box was this color with the bird glued on. I like it. The last thing I'm going to do is just a bit of decrepit dust. This is just plain water. I'm just going over the edge here. There was a couple paint drips. All right. Uh-oh. Where'd that gold come from? No. All right, so this is decrepit dust. It's like an aging powder. Let me close this blind. An aging powder in a dust form. That still didn't help. I'm like right here in the sun. There we go. Oops. Let's not spill that on the MacBook, Bree. Oh my goodness gracious. I just opened a brand new one too. And usually what I do is just pour a little bit out into a lid. Little goes a long ways. And as you can see, it obviously comes out fast. Another brush. And this is just going to add a little bit of like basically faux dust. Like this thing's kind of been sitting on a shelf for a long time. Little bit of decrepitness built up along the corners or along the low points and the nooks and the crannies. Right there, just a little dusty, little dirty, kind of like the trunk. Here at the end, I'll hold the trunk up next to it and we'll see if I made the vibes match. And I'm not even going to do this like along the whole thing, just where it feels maybe a touch dark. And this decrepit dust is sticking currently to the wet black wax. You can also use the dust and rub it into raw cuts of wood. Say maybe you cut some spindles down or made a decor board and your fresh cut looks kind of weird next to your salvaged wood. This is a great solution for that. How else have I used the dust? DIY also makes making powders, which is essentially, and not exactly the same thing, kind of along the same lines though. It's a powder, but they are bright and beautiful colors. Dust comes in white and dark, and then there's a bunch of colors. Okay, so there's no dust like over down in this area. And then I have put a little dust like right here into this area. Marty likes it. Okay. Phew. Phew, Marty. It's always a process, and the process can look kind of crazy when there's paint running and dripping down it. But yeah, it usually comes together at the end. I'm trying to think back like how many pieces I've painted and just kind of like either redonated or had to completely restyle. I'm sure there's been a few. I like it. Oh, I like it a lot. Do you guys hear the music playing outside? All my neighbors are out jamming. We're cleaning yards. We're having cookouts, except for I'm not having a cookout. I need to get a grill. Y'all, if you're watching the replay or you're in here right now and you know a good little grill, drop it in the chat, the name of it. It's just, I just need like a little two-person, nothing fancy. And I want one, not a charcoal grill. I want like a gas. I don't want electric or whatever. I want a gas one, just a little one. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's good. Maybe a little more dust. I'm looking at it straight on and looking at the camera. I'm seeing two different things. There we go. I like that better. Beautimous. Let's get that sticker off there. And then let's give this bottom a little drink of wax as well. Just a little bit of clear wax. Oops. That little terry cloth is really shedding. Just freshen this wood back up. Nice. This side is actually, this is painted. I didn't realize the dark was paint. I don't think, I thought it was a stain, but I think it's a paint. But I'm just going to take the wax all over that too. Just freshen it, brighten it all back up. I don't even think it was a chalk paint. She's a beauty. Got wax built up in the corner. Be careful of that when you're waxing surfaces and edges that have little nooks and corners like this. Don't let your wax get built up in that. It won't dry evenly and it'll want to flake off where it's way too thick. All right. Beauty. She is beauty and grace. A Weber grill. All right. I've heard of that brand. Just need a little one. And then I painted the inside too, Marty. I don't know how long you've been on here. It's not bright orange anymore. I'm so glad you grabbed it too. That's right up your alley. Okay, let's hold it up next to. Let's hold it up next to the trunk. I'm going to set the trunk up here. My arms are tired from power washing, you guys. It's crazy. All right. Here's the trunk. And I'm going to let this box dry up overnight, Marty, and then I'm going to pack this all up tomorrow. I want to make sure this paint job and everything, whoops, has a good chance to dry. Vibes. The vibes match, I think. Did I do okay? Yay. Oh. Thank you all for hanging out with me this morning and hopping back on and finishing up this live haul and live project. Well, I'm power washing the back deck, Dee Dee. I didn't get the leaves cleared off well enough before the winter hit, and they left just nasty all over the back deck. So I'm getting it cleared off, and I am getting my little fire pit ready, getting my planters cleaned out. We're enjoying the day. All right. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you love it. And if you don't, if it's not your jam, that's okay too. Marty bought it and she loves it. So that's all that matters. All right, y'all. Have an amazing rest of your day. If you're watching the replay, you have any questions, drop them in the chat. And I will be back soon with another fun live. Y'all have a great weekend. Bye, guys.